Good morning everybody, it's Hazel here at the Creative Content Company, where we help businesses increase their online presence. This morning I'd like to talk about posting on social media. So ideally you should be posting on social media at least 5 times a day. But before we talk about that, let's talk about the different platforms that might work for you. There is no need for you to post on every single social media platform, because some will work for you and some will not work for you. There are loads and loads out there. Here at the Creative Content Company, we use Facebook. The reason we use Facebook is because we can show other businesses that are selling to customers and consumers how to use a Facebook business page. We don't get a lot through our Facebook business page because Facebook business pages are great for B2C, but not that great for B2B. For us, it's just used there as an example so people can see what a Facebook business page should look like. We use Twitter. I love Twitter. I think Twitter is really easy, it's really engaging, and it's a great place to get PR as well. Lots of times you'll be contacted by the local press and by national media to get involved in stuff they're doing based on the stuff that you share on Twitter. LinkedIn, an obvious one. LinkedIn is great for B2B stuff, and we get a lot of engagement through LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is highly recommended. Now, well, I said you should post 5 times a day. Some of you will be going, oh my God, 5 times a day, I can't even post once a day. It's easy when you know how. So it's talking about posting different things. So this is how I start, and I schedule everything on Hootsuite. Now I use Hootsuite just because I learned it 7 years ago and I've been using it ever since. I just find Hootsuite a really easy platform to use. It's quick, easy to learn. I started using it, I get it, I continue with it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, is definitely how I feel about it. So there's loads of scheduling tools out there, but scheduling tools mean that however busy you are in the day, you can still get stuff on social media. So if you have really, really busy days of the week or the month and you're like, oh, I've not posted on social media today. If you've scheduled it at the beginning of the month, you know it's already there and ready to go out. So even when you're super, super busy, there's still stuff going on your social media, which is really important. What you don't want is to post loads for a couple of weeks and then nothing for the rest of the year. And then again, loads and loads and loads for 3 weeks, nothing for a few months. So scheduling tools are really useful for that. So this is how I schedule stuff on social media. I start with a testimonial. Now here at the Creative Content Company, we are lucky enough to have over 130 testimonials on the website. Some of them you can see behind us, but they're all on the website. So every single day we share a testimonial from one of our happy clients. We can do it every day because we've got so many of them. If you've only got 5 testimonials, there is no need to share them every single day because it starts to get repetitive and a little bit boring, but sharing different ones shows different industries you work with. If you do only have if you only have 4 or 5 for an example, then why not share them on #testimonial_Tuesday? So that's a chance to share a testimonial every single week, and you can schedule that in using the scheduling tools. So first thing we do is schedule a testimonial. We schedule it for a different time each day so different people see different things. Then we look at what we're doing that day. So at the beginning of the month, we've normally got a plan of who we're doing social media for that month, who we're doing newsletters for, who we're doing blog posts for, and if we're doing any website rewrites. So beginning of the month, we'll sit down and schedule social media for the month ahead, and we will write down everything we are doing each day. So on social media, we will say, today we're writing a blog post for a plumber in Peterborough. We won't say who we're doing it for, because there's no need, but instead it means that other plumbers will see that and they'll think, oh, they can write content for plumbers. So by talking about the stuff you're doing each day, that really helps. Then we look through the calendar. We look at stuff that we are doing, what's in our diary for the month ahead. This might include meetings with clients, it might include social media training, it might include newsletters and sending those out, or it might include networking, which was what I was looking for when I said newsletters. So if you're going to networking events, then schedule it the week before. Next week I'm going to such and such networking event, will you be there? On the day, today we are going to such and such networking, looking forward to seeing people there. After the event, put a photo on, had a great time at this networking event. Now, one really good thing while we're on that topic is Throwback Thursday. It's another hashtag, and it's a way that you can share stuff that you've been up to. So it could be Throwback Thursday. This was an amazing award we won a year ago. This is a brilliant event we went to. This is a meeting we had with a client. This is when we met someone, things like that. So Throwback Thursday is a really good chance to remind people that you are real, what you've been doing, and exciting stuff. So for example, I was lucky enough to meet Prince Charles with my business. I've got a 45-minute session with him to talk about the voluntary work I was doing in Peterborough Prison at the time. Quite often on a Throwback Thursday, that'll be my chance to go Throwback Thursday to the amazing day we met Prince Charles, because that's a really good accomplishment for us. It's a huge achievement. We'll do the same for business awards as well. We've been lucky to win a few business awards, so we'll do a Throwback Thursday to those as well. So you've gone through, you've got your testimonial every day or once a week. You've gone through and you've written down what you're doing each day, so you've scheduled that in as well. You've gone through your diary and written down all the things you're doing in your diary. You've done a week countdown on the day. If you've got an event coming up, then why not do a month countdown, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 1 week? Because if your event is big and you want people to go to it, then definitely publicise it as much as possible and get it out there. What else can you share? Blog posts. So obviously I was going to mention it, but blog posts are a really easy win when it comes to social media. So if, for example, you do top 10 blogging tips, and you wouldn't do that. If we were to do a blog post on the top 10 blogging tips, we would schedule in posts. So number 1 blogging tip is this. For more tips like this, go back to the website. And then a few days later, blogging tip number 2 is this. For more tips like this, go back to the website, and carry on like that. So as we said, it's more likely you'll get a sale through your website than social media. So always look at ways you can link back to your website. When people are on your website, they learn more about your business. So they want to see what you're doing. And they want to see more about you as a person. So your About Us page will be looked at lots as well. So when you're doing social media, look at ways you can link back to your website. So because we've got loads and loads of blog posts, we upload a blog post every other day. So we've got loads to go back on. Plus we've been blogging for, the business has been going 6.5 years. So we've got loads of blog posts to link back to. But by having those blog posts, you've got some really good content to share on your social media. And if you've got evergreen content as well, that's even better. So like an evergreen tree, it's something that can be used all the time. So if, for example, the blogging tips blog as an example is always the same. The top blogging tip of making sure you blog frequently is always going to be a tip. It's as good a tip now as it is in 5 years' time. So we can share that blog post again and again and again. There's other blog posts. At the moment we've done loads about the coronavirus and things to do during coronavirus. These are only suitable now for as long as coronavirus lasts. So while they're good, useful blog posts now to share lots now and link back to the website from social media, they're not going to be so useful in a year, 2 year, 3 years' time, hopefully. So think about the evergreen stuff as well. And then look at the pages on your website. What else can you link back to? If you've got some awesome snippets on your website, then link back to that as well. There's loads of stuff you can share on your social media, but that's genuinely how we tend to cover it. And then if we're doing stuff in the evening, so going to the theatre or something, or we've got a team outing, then we'll share that on social media too. People by people. And if you happen to say you're going to such and such comedy night that evening, people go, oh, I love that comedian, that's awesome. Or I'm going to that too. You're building that engagement, you're building a relationship. Great business relationships are built on that personal relationship. So look at ways you can make that personal relationship. So you should be posting on your social media at least 5 times a day. We do 5 times a day, Monday to Friday, and twice a day at the weekends. That's purely because our audience aren't on social media at the weekends, or aren't as frequently on social media at the weekends. So we stick to doing lots at the week and then a little bit at the weekend. Think about your audience, where they are. There's no point in posting on Instagram if your audience aren't on Instagram. So think about where your target audience are and post on those platforms. Make sure you ask questions, people engage. The more people engage, the better your social media presence will be. If you would like social media training or any help with your social media management, please let me know. It's Hazel at the Creative Content Company, helping your business achieve more online. Thanks guys, see you soon.